Brian Yankelevitz.
Yank, the guy around Mac.
Happy birthday, B. Happy 50th.
Yank, happy birthday, man. 50 years.
Coming across like you on Fred Flintstone.
Happy birthday, B.
First and foremost, happy 50th birthday. I love you. I adore you. You are the most incredible brother, and I feel extremely lucky.
I love me some Brian, and he knows that.
He's the best dad ever, and he teaches me how to be a great man.
I've known Brian since 1994.
Hey, Brian. Just want to wish you a happy birthday.
What's up?
It's Mike Atkinson. I'm Brian's ex-college basketball roommate.
Hey, Brian, a.k.a. B. Yank.
Happy 50th birthday, Uncle Brian. We love you.
Well, hi there, Brian Yankelevitz. And happy 50th birthday, you little wannabe bully.
All right, so I met Brian, God, it's at least 40 years ago when I became his basketball coach at the Samuel Field Y.
Yeah, Brian's got a great family. It's just his brother-in-law, Hugh, just always pets dogs in a way that just makes you feel super uncomfortable.
Hey, Brian. Just want to wish you a happy birthday. I remember the first time I met you was at first edition of Bayside. I think it was Christy's and I's second date. I walked into the back area and I saw this guy. I was like, God damn, this is your brother?
Brian is one of the funniest, wittiest people that I've ever known.
So Brian's always been a staple in my life, from spending time when we were young. His house was like the neighborhood house.
I met Brian when I was about 5 years old.
こんにちは、ブライアン。お誕生日おめでとう。私はあなたをとても愛し。
I love him dearly. He's always been a support system for me, and it's been like decades.
I have known Brian for my whole life.
My big brother Brian was trying to keep my middle brother Jimmy alive. Brian loved to do any wrestling move, superfly Sanuka, whatever it may be, or whether it was just suffocating with a pillow, anything. I was always so nervous that it might be the end for Jimmy.
Hey, Brian, I remember you coming into Long Beach State my sophomore year and seeing you in the training room and literally like thinking that, who is this 45-year-old man?
I would say Brian's like a funny guy. He's not that funny.
So for Brian's 40th birthday, we have a surprise roast for him. And we get Frank Scala, who was the worst teacher growing up and just an awful human being. We get Frank to come to his 40th surprise party. And Frank brings his marking book from when Brian was a student to show all of Brian's bad grades. So Frank leaves the party after he speaks, and he somehow forgets his marking book. And when he comes back about 15 minutes later to get it, things got ugly fast.
I want my marking book now! Whoa! I want my marking book now! I want my marking book now! My marking book now!
Smith wanted me to send you this message. Happy 50th birthday. Yes, that's right. Happy 50th, my brother.
Sarcastic, funny, sometimes a bit of a dick, but that's all right.
Great friend. Absolutely great friend. Great gambler. Fun guy to gamble with. Just a bully.
I understand you considered yourself something of a Kubiak back in your high school days, and maybe even in your terrible fadeaway shot days at Long Beach State. But you're no real Kubiak. There's only one, and that's me, Abraham Ben Ruby. But I am wishing you a very happy 50th birthday, and here's the 50 more for you. Also, there was one more thing. Jack's Pizza fucking sucks. Whoa. Jack's Pizza.
They say you gotta have a system when you're identifying sports talent to bet on. To me, you take a Jewish player with a little ass and no vertical lift, and that's the guy that I'm betting on.
Happy 50th birthday to
Coach Niclario, happy 50th birthday. Wow, halfway to 100. You're catching up to me. I remember that one day, holy cow, you were Brian Bird, like Larry Bird at Bayside. You were unbelievable, and you know what? That was probably the greatest victory you ever had. But I don't know, I think your lifetime record at Cardozo was 1 win and as many times as you played us other times. But hey, you did great. You played D1. Hopefully all is well. God bless you, and hopefully, like I said, another 50 years.
Someone asked me to describe you as a basketball player, and it's real simple. Great hands, terrific feet, amazing basketball IQ, terrific passer, but most importantly, fiercely competitive. Some guys play to play, some guys play to win. And the only thing you ever did was compete at the highest level, to do whatever you could to help our team win. And for that, I thank you, and I really do appreciate just how hard you competed, not just every game, but every practice, and the type of teammate you were, and how you made everyone else around you better.
I'm playing in an in-house basketball league at the Samuel Field Y. I'm playing against Brian's dad, Bob, and Bob and I literally get into a fist fight on the court. I have no idea who Bob is, who Brian is, but we're in the middle of a fist fight. It gets broken up. Fast forward to like 3 months later, it's tryout time, and Bob walks into the gym with his arm around the shoulder of this really big, husky kid, who of course turns out to be Brian. Bob walks over, shakes my hand, he goes, "Look, I'm really sorry about the fight, it was my fault. Is it okay if my son tries out?" Brian tries out, and he turns out to be a really good player. He's only like 6'3" at the time, 6'4" at 13 years old. Brian will grow to be 6'10". He'll go play for Bayside. You guys know all that. And then he goes to Hofstra and gets into his issues at Hofstra. He doesn't like the coach there.
A white Jewish guy gets a scholarship to play D1 basketball and decides to leave to go work as a security guard at the Wiz. There's something wrong with him.
Bob calls me. He's like, "Hey, the last time Brian had fun playing basketball was 6 years ago when he played for you. Can you talk to him and get him back on the court?" So I talked to Brian. I'm like, "B, why don't you come down and play on my summer team, have some fun?" Takes a little convincing. I got to convince Brian the guys on the team are worthy of him playing. Next thing you know, he's back on the court. He's going to Long Beach State, and the rest is history.
But somehow he gets saved, and Long Beach State takes him in, and now he's playing on ESPN every week for Seth Greenberg, and all the announcers love him, and he's kicking ass at Long Beach State.
One of the equipment managers, I guess, is a cartoonist and drew a giant picture of Fred Flintstone with B. Yank's head on it, and the poster said, "Yabba dabba doing it on the bench."
The best memory I have with Brian, I peed on him, and we always tell jokes.
And we've had some bets to win 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. I think we even had a bet to win 200 grand once. But if I recall, one day in Vegas, I brought Brian to a very special place. We walked into a restaurant named Herringbone, and Brian was able to see a buffet of crab legs like he'd never seen before. And it was at that moment that I've never seen Brian more excited.
You've been a great friend of mine, man, for over 20 years now, which is crazy. I love you. You raised a great son, and I think everyone knows that. And that's probably your thing you should be most proud of. Is raising a great kid. Now at a great school and doing everything. So.
こんにちは、ブライアン。お誕生日おめでとう。 私はあなたをとても愛しています。そしてあなたの幸せだけを願っています。ありがとう。
And I love the way that you take care of Braden. And I've always, as soon as you became a dad, saw what an amazing, father you were. And it's honestly, man, it gives us all something to work towards. So, and the other thing about Brian is that, he's just super generous. He's a giving person.
Just he's one of my boys, man. One of my main boys. Been with him a long time. Seen the ups and downs, the good and the bad, and just very happy he's in my life. And I'm very, seriously, really proud of the father he is. He couldn't be a better father. Great friend, but the best father. Happy birthday, Brian.
Brian, I think the world of you, and I think we got to know each other a lot better when we discussed our children, and you are the very best father in the world to Braden, and he is so lucky to have you. So a lot of great talks we had about our kids and how special they are and the challenges they face, but having a father like you just enriches Braden's life, and you're amazing. Happy birthday.
But you're a great father and a great friend. You'll be forever remembered for loving fast women and slow horses. I mean, look at your betting history.
Man, B, can't believe we turned 50. It's a miracle that we all made it this far. The way we used to eat all that junk food and all that kind of stuff back in the day. So I'm happy that we're both healthier and around to see our 50th birthdays, man. Happy birthday. I love you, brother. Hope you have a great one. Hope to see you soon.
Happy 50th birthday, Brian. Hope you have a great year and another great 50 years. You're the man.
Brian, all I can say is that being your mother for 50 years has been an honor. You have been the most incredible son, brother, and especially father. I don't know another father who has spent as much time with their son and has given him such an amazing life. I am sure that your friends have filled everybody in on all the crazy things you did when you were in high school and college and probably middle school, possibly elementary school, but whatever. I just want you to know I love you. I wish you the happiest, healthiest birthday and many more to come.
Holy shit! Holy cow! Where are we at? I didn't miss me. Holy yeah.
By the way, that's it. There's no one else, so don't get excited if there's more.